Hi, welcome to grade 5th CBSE All Subject by Savita Faude YouTube channel. Kids, this one our science lecture. Today we learn new chapter. Kids, today we start science fourth one chapter solids, liquid and gases. From this one chapter we learn few subtopics. First one subtopic particle arrangement in matter. Second one change of a state. Third one solution. Fourth one changes around us. And last one expansion and a contraction. Kids, we are surrounded by a number of things. Lot of things here and there. For example, tree, sky, wind, roads, different type of vehicles, vegetables, fruits, different type of shops, buildings, schools, persons, animal, things, boy, girl, lot of things around us. We are surrounded by a number of things. Some of them are solid, some are liquid, and some are in the gaseous form. Look at the picture when a glass containing hot water is kept like this. Fill in the blanks with suitable answers. First one, steam is the gaseous form of water. Second one, ice is the solid form of water. Third one, the ice is melting on the plate due to the heat. And fourth one, the water vapor is changing to water droplet under the plate because of cooling. Let us learn more about solid and liquid and gases. First, our topic particle arrangement in a matter. Any substances that has mass, for example, amount of a material in an object and occupies space is called a matter. What is a matter? Your answer is here. All matter is made up of very small particles. The way in which these particles are arranged within matter results in the three different states of matter known as a solid, liquid and gas. Which one? Three? Solid, second one liquid, third one gas. Then you can see this one a solid, this one a liquid and this one a gas. Solid. In solid the particles are tightly packed. You can see tightly packed and so cannot move away from each other. This is why solids generally have a fixed shape. And in a liquid, there is a gap. In liquid, the particles are not as tightly packed as in a solid, so they can move and slide over each other. This makes slide or a jump they can. Okay, this makes liquids flow and take the shape of the container they are poured into. Which container? If we pour it a glass, that one glass shape. If we pour in a square any pot, that one liquid shape taken a square shape. Okay, and a gas. In a gas the particles are far apart from each other and can move freely. They can move freely inside this one pot. So gases can flow easily and take up all the available space. Now change of a state. Matter can change its form from one state to another. For example, when water liquid is heated, it changes to water vapor means a gas. And when ice means a solid melts, it changes of water liquid again. Let us understand these changes in terms of the movement of these tiny particles. Evaporation. Okay. What is evaporation? When water is heated, it changes into water vapor, which is its gaseous form. Changing of a liquid into its gaseous form is called evaporation. What is evaporation? Your answer is here. Okay. On heating, the particles of water start moving or vibrating faster. Finally, they break free from their existing arrangement and escape into the air as a gas, where the particles can move much more freely. See this one evaporation picture. Here one pot boiling inside the water liquidy, okay, and here is a stream outside, vapor or a gas, okay. Then we learn about a condensation. When the freely flowing particles of a water vapor touch a cold surface, they cool down. Changing of a gas into a liquid is called a condensation. What is a condensation? Your answer is here. What is evaporation? Your answer is here. Okay. Water vapor condense to form water. This one, water vapor. Cooling a substance shows down the movement of its particles. Therefore, the particles become less free to move, thus forming a liquid. Now melting. Okay, this one condensation. Now melting. How ice melt when light off. Okay. Then inside fridge there is a ice. It's a melting. Start melting. Okay. Next one about melting. The particles in an ice cube are rigidly packed to give it a fixed shape. When an ice cube is taken out of the refrigerator, it gradually melts, changing of a solid into a liquid is called a melting. What is a melting? Your answer is here. Okay. This happens because in a warm place, the particles in ice start vibrating faster and finally break away from their rigid pattern. They become loosely packed as an liquid and form water. Rigid means a fixed path or a pattern. Solidification. Now we learn about a solidification. Solidification means what? Changing of a liquid into its solid form is called as solidification. This one, your definition answer is here. We all know that water forming ice upon freezing. Freezing is a type of a solidification. And answer is very important. So write down on a minimum one answer. Okay. Minimum one example where you write down answers, definition, and while writing definition, okay, example is very important. Okay. Other substances also change states and the particles behave in the same way as that of water. The particles move faster when heated and slow down when cooled. Next one about a solution. When two substances mix together such that they are evenly distributed, solution is a form. The substance that dissolve is called the solute and the substance in which it dissolve is called the solvent. You know, sugar, when we mix in water, which is a solute and which is a solvent, and salt and water. Okay. For example, when salt is added to water, it dissolves to form salty water. Here is salty water is the solution and salt is the solute and water is the solvent. Yes, example is here. Now green corner about opening the door of the refrigerator for a long time lets the cold air flow out. This reduces the cooling inside the refrigerator. Thus, to save energy, we should avoid keeping the refrigerator door open for a long time and not open the door very often. Now, we on page number next 52. Most substances dissolve in water, hence what is also known as the universal solvent. Solution may be of different types depending upon the state of the solute and solvent present in the solution. First one, solid dissolve in a liquid. This type of a solution is formed when the solute is solid and the solvent is a liquid. For example, sugar solution and a salt solution. Next one, liquid dissolve in a liquid. This type of solution is formed when the solute and the solvent are both inside. For example, lemon juice and a water lemonade. Gas dissolved in a liquid. This type of solution is formed when the solute is gas and the solvent is a liquid. For example, carbonated drinks, air or oxygen dissolved in water of water bodies which aquatic animal breath. Next one, gas dissolved in gas. This type of solution is formed when the solute and solvent are both gases. For example, air, mixture of a different gases. Next one, our topic, miscible and immiscible liquids. When two liquids mix together such that they dissolve completely in each completely, they are called miscible liquids. For example, when milk is mixed in water, it dissolves completely. Similarly, when ink is mixed in water, it dissolves completely. However, when two liquids mix together such that they do not dissolve completely in each other, they are called immiscible liquids. For example, when oil is mixed in water, it does not dissolve completely. Instead, oil and water form separate layers within the container. Upper side there is a all oil we can see. Okay, changes around us. Changes occur all around us. Cooking of food, drying of cloths, growing of trees, and ripening of fruits are all example of different changes that occur around us. Changes can either by physical or a chemical, depending upon whether a new substance is formed or not. Next one, physical changes we learn about. A physical change is type of a change in which only the physical state of substances change into and no new product is formed. Next one, ice cubes taken out of the freeze for some time while will change into water. It's a melting. The change occurs only in the physical state of a substances. No new substances is formed. Melting of a, for example, butter, breaking of glass, melting of ice cream, tearing of a paper, or example of a physical changes. Okay, this one butter melting, and this one glass crack here, ice cream melt here, mirror crack here. Next, we learn about the chemical changes. Chemical changes is a type of a change in which the chemical composition of a substances changes and a new substances is a form. Burning of a paper is an example of a chemical change. In this change, the original substances paper change into a new substances. Roasting of iron nails, making curd from milk, and cooking food are also example of a chemical changes. Okay, this one chemical changes. Here is a one. Let's remember for us. Write the correct words next to the correct picture that show the arrangement of article in each of them. Water, air, table, pen, ink, oxygen, milk, brick, carbon dioxide, or a juice. Water, liquid, air, gas, table. This one, first one, ink, B1, oxygen, gas, milk, B1, brick, first one, solid. Okay, this type you do remaining. Okay, it's your homework. Kids, now expansion and contraction. Expansion and contraction. When a substance is heated, the particles start vibrating rapidly. Thus, each particle takes up more space because its increased movement causing the substances to expand. The increase in the size of matter on heating is called expansion. Oh, this lid is difficult to open. Next one. Heating a substance can make it expand. This explains why a tight metal lid of a gas jar can be opened when dipped in warm water. The water hits the lid, causing it to expand little and open easily. Let me dip this jar in warm water and lose the liquid. When a substance is called the movement of its particles slows down, thus each particles take up less space because of their decreased movement. So the substance contract, the decrease in the size of a matter or cooling is called a contraction. Thus cooling a substance can make it a contract. Here is a activity one. Okay, very important, you can do it. Aim, things needed, method, observation, conclusion they given here. This one your homework. Okay, you can take your parents help. Next one, it is because of expansion contraction that electric cable appear to hang loosely from the poles during summer due to not appear so in a water. Here is a keyword 3. You can write down answers as a note. Matter, what is the matter, what is the expansion, what is the contraction. About a matter, any substance that has mass, for example amount of material in an object and occupies space is called a matter. Next one, expansion, the increase in the size of a matter on a heating is called a expansion. Contraction, the decrease in the size of a matter on a cooling is called a contraction. And summary also very important for write down question answers. First one, the manner in which particles are arranged within matter results in the 3 different states of matter known as a solid, liquid and a gas. Next one, matter can change from one state to another. Next, when a substance is heated, its particles start vibrating rapidly. When substances is cool, the movement of its particles slows down. And next one, heating a substance can make it expand. Last one statement very important, cooling a substance can make it a contract. This type we finish here our chapter. And now exercise time. Objective type questions here. Fill in the blanks with the correct words. Matter dash dash can or cannot change its form from one state to another. So can, say and can, it's a correct option. Next one, dash dash, heating or cooling. A substance is slow down the movement of its particles. It's a cooling. And third one, dash dash, freezing or melting is a type of solidification. Freezing, when two substances mix together such that they are evenly distributed, a solution is a form. Fifth one, heating, cooling, heating substance can make it expand. Next one, true or false, very important. Write T for the true and the F for the false statement. First one, all matter is made up of small particles is a true. Condensation is a type of solidification, it's false. Oil is universal solvent, it's a false, because water is a universal solvent. Fourth one, breaking of a glass is an example of physical changes, it's a true. Electric cables appear to hang loosely during winter because of expansion, it's a false. Choose the correct option. Which of these is a true about matter? It is made up of particles. It occupies space, it has mass. All of these option correct option. Second one, which of these would change water to vapor? It's a evaporation. B, third one, on a heating the speed of movement of a particle, that one increases. Fourth one, in a solution of sugar and water, what is the solute? Sugar is a solute. Each of these is an example of a solution in which a gas is dissolved in a liquid. Carbonated drink, this is an option, correct option. Sixth one, which of these an example of a chemical changes? Ripening of a fruit. Seventh one, heating a substance cause it to expand, option, correct option. Next one, match the columns, column A, column B. Here is a gas, vapor, solid, this one ice, and cooling, this one slows down movement of particles, and water, this one universal solvent, and immiscible, this one oil and water. Now page number 57, very short answer question is here. Give 2 example of the following: matter, air and water. Miscible liquids, this one lemon juice in water, milk and water. And immiscible, this one oil and water, hair oil and cooking oil, different. Okay, and petrol, diesel, and water you can write down. Fourth one, solid dissolved in a liquid, salt in water, sugar and water. Fifth one, gas dissolved in a liquid, air dissolved in water and carbonated drink. Next one, give one word for the following. Any substances that has mass and occupies space, that's in a matter. Changing of liquid into a gaseous form, evaporation. When two substances mix together such that they are evenly distributed, solution. And fourth one, two liquids that do not mix completely with each other, that one immiscible. Fifth one, a type of changes in which no new products are formed, that one a physical change. And next one, answer the following. What is a matter? And let's come we search our answer. What is a matter? Here is your answer. Any substance that has mass, for example amount of matter, material in an object occupies space, is called a matter. Yes, here is your answer. Next one, differentiate between solid, liquid and gas in terms of their particle arrangement. First you write down the definition, their examples and how we use. Okay, first one, solid. In solid the particles are tightly packed. Liquids, in liquids the particles are not as tightly packed as solids. Okay, and gases, in gases the particles are far apart from each other. And solid, there is write down second, particles cannot move away from each other. Liquids, second one, write down we point, they can move and slide over each other or jump over each other. Gases, we write down particles can move freely. And now we write down each solids, liquid, gases. Example, solid generally have a fixed shape and liquids flow and take the shape of the container they are poured into. Gases can flow easily and take up all the available space. And at last you write down each example there. Okay, liquids you can write down milk, water. Solid you write down brick, tables. Okay, and gases you write down CNG gas. Okay, petrol, diesel we write down, and cooking gas. Okay, that one type. Next one, third one, define melting. How is it different from solidification? Define melting. There is a melting. Search melting. Here is melting. Your answer is here. Okay, and define melting. How is it different from a solidification? How is different from solidification? Solidification means changing of a liquid into its solid form is called a solidification. And melting means what? A particle is an ice cube or a regularly packed. The particles in an ice cube are regularly packed to give it the fixed shape. When an ice cube is taken out of the refrigerator, it is gradually melts. Changing of a solid into liquid is called a melting. Okay, that one option. For example, changing of ice. If you have confusion, you can write down changing of a solid into a liquid is called a melting. For example, changing of ice into water, changing of a liquid into solid is called a solidification. For example, water into ice. Okay, next one, what is a solution? Describe different kinds of a solution with the help of an example. What is a solution? Here is the solution. Solution. How many types solution? Solid dissolved in liquid, liquid dissolved in liquid, gas dissolved in liquid, gas dissolved in a gas. That one 4 type. Okay. When two substances mix together such that they are evenly distributed, solution is formed. Solution may be of different types depending upon the state of the solute and solvent present in the solution. Solvent is all in liquid. All you write down answer. Okay, your answer is complete. Now next one, sixth one. What are physical and chemical changes? Give two example of each physical and chemical changes. Here is physical changes and chemical changes. Okay, a physical change is a type of change in which only the physical state of the substances changes in and no product is formed. Okay, and chemical changes, you write down a chemical change is a type of change in which the chemical composition of a substances change and a new substances is a form. You write down chemical changes example and a physical changes example. For example, ice cream melt, okay, butter melt, and here is a in chemical changes you write down milk being a curd, or using milk we make a curd, that type. Okay, next one, seventh one. Why do things expand on a heating? Why do things expand on a heating? Here is expansion and contraction. Expansion, when a substance is heated, the particle start vibrating rapidly. Thus, each particle take more space because of its increased movement, causing the substances to expand. The increase in the size of matter on heating is called expansion. Okay, this one your answer. It's next. Let's recall this one in your homework. Okay, and changes of states. This one chart also your homework. Let's observe here. Draw arrangement of particle each for ice, water, and the steam. Here you draw. Okay, let's connect here. Write one discover word for each of the following: water, water when heated; salt solution, oil mixed with water. This one immiscible. Cooling of water in freezer. Each what happened then you write down here. Okay, it's very easy. If you have any doubt, comment me. In next science lecture we solve your doubts. Okay kids, now in next science lecture we start rocks and minerals, chapter 5th.